Welcome to Beyond the Classroom, where we explore various young talents who are making differences beyond academics. Many parents believe that academics should be their children's only main purpose, but does that mean their talents should be silenced or ignored? It is against this backdrop that our main purpose on this discussion today is finding ways, exploring ways parents can provide support and raise benefits to explore their children's talents and shaping their lives. My name is Maimuna Issa, student of Shore Start Schools, your host on today's episode. And with me is a mother, a foreigner who understands the importance of developing talents. May we meet you, please?
Thank you. So my name is Yasmin Musueke. I'm born and raised up in Sweden. Moved to Nigeria about a year ago, together with my family, my children and my husband. So my children are currently students here in Nigeria.
Okay. So our guest today is a foreigner. She's from Sweden, and which means she's lived most of her life in Sweden and she studied in Sweden. So could you please tell us what your experience in school was like and how your school tried to promote the awareness of developing students' talents and passions while in school?
Definitely. I think it's a bit different from here. We don't have sport activities the same way you do here in Nigeria. We have times to perform our sports, mainly during our break times, which is about 20 to 30 minutes after each lecture. But as for sports clubs, that is something that parents do with the children after school.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is extracurricular activities are done outside of school and not part of school activities?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so many parents believe that extracurricular activities are distractions. What's your opinion? What's your take on it?
I definitely don't think it's a distraction, because doing sports means you learn a lot of things also while you're doing your sports. Teamwork, for example. Teamwork is very important in sports, and it's something that you carry throughout your whole life. You have it at your workplace, you know it at street, you know it while driving. So it's something that is so good. Another thing that you learn through sports is winning and losing. You cannot always win. You will lose sometimes. And losing does not mean failing. When you lose, you stand up and you try again.
I agree with you. That's a fact. On the other hand, some parents insist that their children become doctors, lawyers, engineers, but what if their talent lies elsewhere?
A parent should guide her and his child, definitely, but not enforcing something that is not natural in that child. Like you see that a child doesn't have interest in it, or it's not good, it doesn't have that skill or talent in it. You should try to focus on what is your child's talent and skills. Where does the passion lies? Because enforcing it might end up in, okay, my child doesn't want to become a doctor. He doesn't know how to do mathematics or interact with humans. It's not his focus. If I enforce that in him or her, he's going to become a doctor who will go unhappy to work every day. Looking at myself, how would I feel going to work, not being happy with what I'm doing? Would I be able to perform good? Will I be my very best self at work? I don't believe that's right.
Exactly. I feel like parents should give their children a voice, because at the end of the day, they're the ones living their lives. So Exactly. They need to love what they're doing. They need to have passion for what they're doing. In that course, what do you have to say to parents who dismiss their children's talents?
I don't think it's right to dismiss their talents, because I know that parenting can be difficult sometimes. We have a lot of things to be doing every time, and it's not always easy. But remember that our children is leaders of tomorrow. If we don't guide them and look into what they like, what their passion is, and what the talent is, who is it that is going to rule the country tomorrow? Who is going to take care of us when we're elderly? Those are things that we have to compromise when we're trying to guide their patterns forwards.
That's right. Let's build a vibrant generation. Let's build individuals that have passion for what they do.
Yes.
We'll be back on Beyond the Classroom.
Hey Nigerians, are you ready to embark on an educational journey like no other? To expand your horizon, ignite your curiosity, and unleash your full potential beyond classroom? Welcome to Naija Educational TV.
Wait, what is this all about? Naija Educational TV is not just a channel, it's an initiative brought to you by Bringing on Africa in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Education with a mission to provide inclusive and equitable quality education for all. Whether you're a student looking to enhance your learning or a parent concerned with what your word watch, Naija Educational TV got you covered.
Dive into our fascinating shows like live debates, quiz, documentaries, and lots more, all aligned with the UNESCO agenda.
So why wait? Tune in to Naija Educational TV today by subscribing to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms to be edutained.
Welcome back to the show. Remember, our topic is parenting and the power of support. How can we collaborate, parents and schools, in order to help nurture talents, students' talents? Like, how could they collaborate together and build a community where students come and show their talents and thrive?
I think the main thing is the relationship between the school and the parent. The relationship needs to be intact, and communication is the second thing. There must be a good communication between the parents and the school. If a teacher sees that this child is so good at this thing or has a talent or passion for this thing, he should come forward and say that to the parents so that they together can help each other to drive the child.
And
yes,
the person's talents. Okay. How do you think there are things we can adopt from the Sweden educational system in Nigeria in order to try and build students' passion and talents, like from the Sweden education curriculum into the Nigerian curriculum?
I think that we both have things to learn from each other. Okay. But when it comes to sport activities, I must actually give a hands up to the Nigerian educational system, because the way that the children has time and the engagement from the school, the shadows that they really put into shadows for the children to make all these activities, I think that's something that we lack in Sweden. We do have a lot of breaks for the children to go out and play and get rid of energy and come back into the classroom, but not in the same way, yes, that we do in Nigeria. I'm so impressed with the way they have like swimming lectures, they have basketball, they have football, they have what do you call it? Karate? Karate, yes. So there's a lot of various options that is so good for children, actually.
This tells you that Nigeria is on the right track in their educational system. This tells you that talent is a gift. It should be nurtured. You know, support a child's talents today and they will change the world tomorrow.
Definitely.
So could you please tell us why you decided to move to Nigeria all of a sudden? Like, what made you to come to that decision? After, Nigeria is going through some tough stuff, like our economy is being scribbled, so why did you make that decision?
I understand. I decided, in fact, I got married 2009 to my husband, and I've been coming to Nigeria since then, frequently, front and back. And my husband, before we got married, made it very clear to me that he has a vision in his future is to go back to Nigeria. He loves his country, loves where he's from, and it's important for his children to be a part of Nigeria, knowing his culture, his tradition, his values, where he comes from. So we were just waiting actually for the kids to grow up a bit and then coming back with them. But they have been coming and going since they were born, like every year. But now we decided that it's time for them. They have reached a certain age that we decided it's just time for them to try to go to school, try to know what Nigeria really is, because it's one thing going for holidays, but it is a complete different thing living and schooling in Nigeria.
So what's the difference between the lifestyle in Sweden and the lifestyle here in Nigeria? What would you like to tell us about how, the difference living there and here?
I think the main difference that actually made me to decide to, okay, let's move, is the openness in Nigeria amongst the people. Like, you wake up in the morning, you go out, you meet people, you greet them, you talk to them. Where I come from, mainly you're on your own. You be on your own, you don't necessarily know your neighbors. Yeah. Some of your neighbors, you greet them, hello, but that will be pretty much it. But more than that, no. So that's one thing that actually that I did love about Nigeria from the very first time coming here. Another thing, of course, is the weather. It's hot, it's nice, it makes us to be able to come up more. My country is pretty much cold all the time, so we are just much of indoors.
Personally, I love the cold weather, but okay. Do you see yourself moving back to Sweden anytime soon in the future?
No, I don't. Actually, I want my kids to grow here. I want them to really know that they're Nigerians. And as I said, I do love Nigeria, so I have no further plans for now to move back.
Nigerian lifestyle. So, but I don't agree with you personally, because Nigeria, first off, our economy is scribbled, inflation, and then the weather. How would you say you prefer this hot weather to cold weather? Personally, I prefer cold weather today, tomorrow, all day.
I disagree with you, because I believe that if you spend 2 years in Sweden, you will no longer say this thing you're saying. Because most of the Nigerians that I know back in Sweden, for example, all their aims is to come back to Nigeria and stay back. And to be honest, there's no place that is perfect. Every country has his or her issues that we are dealing with. So there's no place that is perfect. If you're thinking that you go abroad and you get everything that you have dreamt of, that's not right too. No matter where you are in this world, you have to work very hard to get to where you want to be.
I agree with you. I really do. And I strongly believe that everywhere does have a problem. But what matters is how, the problems are being curbed and, how to foster greatness and prosperity in every country in the world.
Definitely.
Thank you for coming on our show. I had a great time and I hope you did too.
I did. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm glad. And I'd also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to this platform, Naija Education TV, for giving us the opportunity. And I'd also like to thank my school, Sure Start Schools, for providing me with this wonderful opportunity to hear people's opinions and allow people to hear mine. Thank you.